This podcast contains adult content and themes. For a full list of our content warnings, please see our show notes. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome, my dear travelers, to the Morbid Forest. Larry, have you seen my demonology book? No. I have no intention of binding another demon to this plane. Not after last time. Let me think. I can't quite recall his name. He was an odd one, after all. Yes, I remember now. His name was Ignatius. It was a cold winter night in London. On the second floor of a semi-detached house, a priest stepped out of a young girl's bedroom, followed by the pungent smell of bile and sweat. Her parents were waiting by the door, huddled in despair.
I am sorry, Mrs. Hawthorne. The exorcism has failed. Again.
Oh, God! My dear Nancy!
Now, dear. We will not give up on her.
The priest held his Bible with fat, trembling hands and wiped his mouth with a purple stole hanging from his neck.
I am too old for this shit.
In the bedroom, an 11-year-old girl laid on soiled sheets, her wasted body covered in bruises, a darkness surrounding blood-injected eyes with bright red pupils. From her bed, Nancy stared at a splash of undigested meat and beer on the floor, vestiges of Father Richard's Last Supper. The demon inside her head was disgusted.
Jesus Christ, what a pig.
Somebody will have to clean that.
He shouldn't have tried to kick me out after dinner. Can you smell the booze? When these priests release their little krakens, they go full on.
You're funny, Ignatius.
You're very kind, Nancy.
Can you sing that pretty song again, please?
It would be my pleasure. Some people say my love can't be true.
Nancy was Ignatius's first possession, and he was happy to please her. Smiling, the demon watched as she fell into a dreamless, deep sleep. Ignatius enjoyed flying around Nancy's mind, contemplating her ideas, thoughts, and desires. He dipped his toes in the river of emotional memory, crossed the fog of unconsciousness. Later that night, he was dancing between gardens of reward and the valley of impulse control when the bedroom door cracked open. A large snout emerged from behind the door, soon followed by its owner, a bulky Rottweiler with a massive round head, calm but menacing eyes fixed on the girl. Ignatius took a combat stance inside Nancy's head as the dog approached the bed, one paw at a time.
"Sup, mate?"
said the dog telepathically, sitting by the bed.
What the fuck?
"Call me Damien. Nice to meet you.
Are you a demon?
Ain't no freaking angel, that's for sure.
What do you want?
Just came to say hello, innit?
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out.
Easy, bruv. You're my old friend, yeah? Look at the bird over there. That's Bob."
A raven stood behind the double-glazed windows, coal-black feathers shining under the moon. Behind him, the naked branches of an oak tree swayed gently.
What do you people want? I am busy.
Bet yo, bruv. Bet yo. How long you been in here? About 6 months.
That's none of your business.
Oh, but it is, isn't it? You see, these long, noisy possessions are bad for business. People talk, bruv. You're making a fuss.
Go away.
Hey, listen. Why don't you go low profile like the rest of us? Make the girl watch cat videos all day. Buy some stuff with Daddy's card, that kind of shit.
I'm doing my job. Fuck off.
Hey, old chap. Talk to your friendly raven. You are a church boy, are you not?
What do you mean?
You know, a religious demon. If you don't mind me saying, you possess the house and wait for the right ritual to go away. The patrons renew their faiths, church makes some money, it's tickety-boo. I heard of a fellow who waited years for a Buddhist exorcist. Can you believe that? The host family was Muslim. How were they supposed to figure that out? Now they're all Buddhists, stopped eating meat, even challah. Lost all their friends.
I don't give a shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this one is psycho, Damien. Mark my words.
Fuck you. You're the psychos.
Psychos are the demons inside them lunatics, innit? The exorcism doesn't work. The drugs make you chill for a bit. The host gets sanctioned, the brew follows. It goes along for decades. It's worse than marriage. Yeah, you are quite possessive, if you know what I mean. You're planning to follow the bird into the madhouse?
I'm not planning anything. This is not of your fucking business. Just leave me alone.
Listen, rookie. Turn this shit down or get this fuckery over with. If my humans decide to move away from here because of this creepy girl of yours, I'll go medieval on your demon ass, yeah, mate?
The room felt colder and darker. The raven's eyes turned into flames, reflecting a bird-headed humanoid shape dancing in the glass. A gust of wind shook the oak tree, rattling the window frame.
What the fuck?
Slowly, the room got warmer again, and the light returned to normal. The raven's eyes were black again, and the dog turned away, growling over his shoulder.
Don't make me come here again, mate. Have fun with the bitch.
Fucking twat!
Ignatius dropped on the floor of Nancy's prefrontal cortex, holding his horned head.
Fuck.
Life wasn't kind to that poor demon. Since he left hell 6 months ago, Nancy was the only one who had been nice to him. They were always laughing, singing, talking about music and funny animals. And then the exorcism started.
I mean, really? After all the shit I've seen in Hell and South London, were they expecting to scare me with an action toy nailed on a stick? And now my own people giving me a hard time. Literally fucking hell.
His distress reflected on the girl, who curled under the blanket, biting her nails until her fingers bled, pulling out chunks of her hair from her head. Nancy voided herself of her nappies, again, filling the room with an offensive smell. After a while, the demon got his shit together.
You know what, Nancy? 2 things are certain. I have nowhere else to go, and I'm not going anywhere.
Eventually, the demon found peace in his work again. He took Damon's advice, keeping Nancy in a nearly catatonic state. No more howling, levitating, backwards singing classics of rock and roll. Nobody went medieval on his ass, but the girl's family doubled their efforts to evict him. As the weeks passed, Ignatius witnessed a parade of priests, monks, rabbis, imams, shamans, psychiatrists, psychotherapists, Reiki healers, osteopaths, and one yoga teacher. All of them more than happy to take their chances with poor Nancy upon a hefty fee. Father Richard, who bought a new phone thanks to his exorcisms, also visited regularly. The family was afraid of hospitals, which suited Ignatius well. He was not a psycho after all.
We are happy in our little world, aren't we, Nancy?
Of course we are, Ignatius. Can I call you Annie?
Of course you can, my dear child.
Ignatius used Nancy's hands to caress her face, a patchwork of blisters and crusted wounds.
Nancy, what is your favorite pet?
I like rats, but I am afraid of cats.
I am afraid of cats too.
Are you listening to yourself, mate?
What? What are you doing here? How did you get in? Get out! Get out!
No, I'm afraid it's you who's getting out, mate. Come on, this is ridiculous.
Nancy crawled on top of the headboard, crouching like a gargoyle, her red eyes staring furiously at the dog, who seemed unimpressed. Suddenly, the windows cracked open, letting in a gust of wind into the stale, fetid room. Bob the Raven flew inside, sitting at the bedside table. For the first time in months, Nancy filled her lungs with fresh air of the night.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Don't worry, Nancy. I will take care of them.
You're talking to yourself, you crazy fuck.
My word, you are pathetic.
Come on, bruv. You're trying to scare me. I eat this shit for breakfast.
Get them out of here.
Listen, you're doing it again. Can't you hear the girl's voice?
What voice?
The little bitches. You're making this squeaky voice to talk to yourself, innit? Shut up and listen to her, dickhead.
Ignatius stopped, confused. He made Nancy crawl down the bed and sit in the corner of the room, away from the other demons. Then, he listened.
Nancy.
Yes.
The demon recognized the sound of his own voice.
Nancy? Where are you?
Focus, mate. You're gonna feel it.
Ignatius closed his eyes, feeling the weight of Nancy's body against the cold wooden floor. There was a distant sound in his ears. Ignatius and Nancy's spines started to merge, one vertebrae at a time. The demon felt the texture of her nightgown, thick and itchy. Nappies filled with warm feces, painful joints, and broken teeth.
I'm going to feel.
His body moved under her skin, expanding to each muscle and organ. Her agony was unbearable, like being cut open, yet incapable of moving or screaming. Nancy was buried alive in her own broken, rotting body. Ignatius realized that, until now, his possession had been imperfect, incomplete.
I'm going to feel.
Now he could hear her voice, an endless, hopeless scream, a cry from mother, father, air, light, mercy. A mumbling of prayers exhaustively ignored.
I am going to feel.
Ignatius dragged her body, falling in bed like a broken doll.
Nancy. Nancy.
The demon experienced a wave of ecstasy as big as the suffering of his host.
Kill her. Kill her now.
Ignatius grasped Nancy's heart, squeezing the life out of the pumping muscle. Nancy's death would be the crowning of his first possession, his triumph against the attempts to expel him from his host, his chosen host, his Nancy. Then he remembered. "7 months ago, Ignatius was flying over South London when he felt an energetic disturbance coming from this house. There was Nancy, sitting in the garden playing with her phone. She was texting a little boy with blonde hair called Henry123. They were talking about ice cream and puppies, sharing funny emojis and pictures. Then the boy asked if she wanted to see his willy. And an evil energy surged from the phone. Ignatius instinctively jumped inside the girl's head, who threw away the phone and fell on the ground, twitching and rolling. The malignant current dissipated in the air.
I'm sorry, Nancy.
The demon let go of her heart and stepped away from Nancy's body. Nancy dropped on the bed like a puppet released from its master, her body bruised and broken, but for the first time in months, relaxed. Ignatius looked at the child, then opened his bat-like wings and screamed to the heavens. A terrible roar, heard only by Damien and Bob, whose hosts could not stand the magnificence of a demon in his true form. The dog pissed himself, and by the time he disappeared through the door, the raven was long gone. Dawn crept into the room as Ignatius watched Nancy's breathing slowly return to normal. Her wounds would take months to heal, but the trauma and horror she experienced would haunt her forever. Unable to fix her body, Ignatius placed his hands on her head and erased the memories of the last 7 months. Everything gone except the lyrics of a heavy metal song he hummed for the last time. The demon waved his hand over Nancy's face and gently closed her eyes. A few hours later, Nancy's mother came into the room, followed by Father Richard. She immediately knew that something had changed. Despite the repulsive smell, the room was somehow lighter, less oppressive. Still, she feared the voice that would come from her daughter's mouth.
Nancy? Nancy? Is that you?
Mommy, I had a weird dream.
Oh, my baby!
Mrs. Hawthorne held her daughter tightly, ignoring her pungent, disgusting smell. She was grateful, but her faith had changed so many times lately that she didn't know whom to thank. Olanzapine came to her mind, so she gave graces to that.
Father Richard, look after her. I must call Jerry.
Yes, of course.
Mrs. Hawthorne ran after her husband. The priest approached the bed, stroking Nancy's face with his sausage-like fingers. Then he licked his lips and slid his other hand into his pocket. Standing invisible across the bed, Ignatius felt a familiar energy in the air. Looking through the fabric of Richard's trousers, there was a phone. The screen opened on his Facebook profile. Henry, 123. A grasping spasm blocked the priest's throat as the demon took over his body in furious rage. Richard's legs moved against his will in jerking spasms toward the open window. The priest watched helplessly as he lifted his flopping white belly, pulling his erect member out from his trousers. As he masturbated furiously, a bunch of people stopped to watch. A delivery guy, a couple of runners, and an old lady who crossed herself before broadcasting the whole thing on TikTok. Rolling back his eyes, Richard unlocked the window and brought it down on his member like a double-glazed guillotine. Up and down, up and down, until the head of his penis popped out, gushing blood on the front garden. The delivery guy vomited, the runners ran away, and the old lady's video went viral. Across the road, Damien and Bob watched the scene with tears of pride. Ignatius stopped the blood flow of Richard's penis and spoke inside his mind.
Don't die on me now. Father,
The demon blocked some brain arteries, and the priest collapsed on the floor with a massive stroke. Ignatius used his powers to access Richard's phone and sent a link to his darknet website, to dozens of tabloids, to the police, and to Nancy's parents, who had just entered the room.
Father Richard! Oh my God! Jerry, call an ambulance now!
The entity left Richard's body, but only the priest could see him. Wide blue eyes trembled as the demon came closer, burning his lips with his breath.
Tails up.
Richard rolled his eyes, mumbling and crying, his mind imprisoned in hell for the rest of his miserable life. Nancy rested on her mother's terrified arms, whilst her father called the ambulance. A notification popped on his phone. Forgive me, Father. .uk. Nancy smiled as the demon stepped away from the priest. Ignatius smiled back. Then he opened his wings and faded away, like a dream in the morning light. This has been a Morbid Forest production, and on this week's episode you've heard Ignatius, written by Xerfan, with narration by Naomi Richards as your narrator, Kiefer Light as Ignatius and Demon Nancy, Cathy Tran as young Nancy, David Kurze as Damien, Ron Hyatt as Bob, Shawn Moreau as Father Richard, Jessica Hart as Mrs. Hawthorne, and Shawn Conkling Methot as Mr. Hawthorne. Story editing and audio production by Naomi Richards. Our theme music this season was created by Blakmoth. Music and sound effects provided by Epidemic Sound. I'm going to go ahead and leave the links to follow Jay down below in the show notes, so please go ahead and show him some love. Follow us on X, or Twitter if you're old school, Instagram, Threads, Blue Skies, Tumblr, and Discord to stay up to date on all the happenings within the forest. Interested in more morsels of the forest? Then join our Patreon. As a faithful traveler, you'll receive exclusive access to early episode releases, access to all bonus content, and ad-free episodes for only $3 a month. That's patreon.com/The Morbid Forest. Can you spare a moment to help other travelers in need? For just one review or 5 stars, you can help a fellow traveler in desperate need of a horror podcast. Ratings and reviews are the best way to find lost travelers out there. So head to your favorite podcast platform today to assist a fellow traveler in finding their path to the Morbid Forest. And with that, we'll see you next time, travelers, on the Morbid Forest.